Okay, well, here we are back again, looking at SteveGahagen.net that we just created, and we've got two more quick videos to go here, because what we want to do is, in two steps, we want to add a form to our blog right here that will allow people to subscribe to my mailing list that I'm building at GVO in my e-responder. Now, please, guys, don't have websites out there that don't have a subscribe form on them. This is the most important part of this. The purpose of this website is to build your list. The purpose of everything you do online is to build your list. So yes, we purchased our domain. Yes, we've activated our web hosting account. Yes, we have our WordPress blog up and running, but now we need to get right in here and to put a subscription form on there. And the first thing we have to do, if we're going to put a form here, we have to have somewhere for that information that people are going to enter in that form. We have to have somewhere for it to go. That means we have to create a campaign at GVO in our e-responder. So I'm going to go back to my GVO back office. Now we're no longer in a web host manager. We're not looking at cPanels or anything like this. This is much more straightforward. I'm going to go to my e-responder, click on that, and this shows me all the campaigns I've got going. Now, if I want these people that subscribe to through the form on that blog, if I want them to go into a campaign that I've already created, I simply select that campaign and I go over to Forms, and I can use a form that's already created here. Alright? But for purposes of this demonstration, let's say you have no campaigns. You've got to create a campaign first. So what you're going to do is you're going to click here on Add, and you're going to add a campaign. Now, let's name this campaign. I'm just going to name it SteveGNet because that's the website. In here you can put a description, anything you want to remind yourself of what this is. Now, the from name is the name you want people to see when they receive an email from this campaign. The from email is the email that you want to be the return email address. I'm just going to leave mrBigBear@gmail.com. I would usually change it, but I'm going to go ahead and just leave it now. The notification email is the email that you want notification sent to when somebody joins your list here. And the unsubscribe text you can change, but to me the default is fine. Click here to unsubscribe. That's what it's going to say in letters when the letters go out from this campaign. The company settings, I'm going to leave the company name blank in this instance. The website URL, that's a redirect page. When someone opts into the list, they'll get sent to this website. So I'm going to put in SteveGahagen.com. No, I want them to go back to the original website. Now this is only if they don't come in through a form. If you have no form or no redirect in the form that we're going to create later. But I'm going to always put my website in there, and then I'm going to say notify about new subscriber because I want to know when somebody subscribes to this list, and click Add Campaign. Now the campaign has been added. You'll see it down here. And now what I have to do is when somebody opts into the list, I want a message to go out. I'm going to make this a single opt-in campaign. My feeling is when somebody opts in through a form on a website, I don't need them to opt in again. They have an opt-out list link rather in the emails that they receive, and I'm fine with that. So what I'm going to do here is create a first message, and I'm going to select the campaign I want to work with here, which is my SteveGNet campaign, and I'm going to go to Messages. Now if I was creating an opt-in message and had a double opt-in campaign going here, I would select the opt-in message here and create it. But as it is, I just want to add a follow-up message. And this is going to be very simple. I'm not going to actually type a whole message in here. I'm just going to show you the type of thing that I would do. So the first thing I would do is put in a subject. thank you for subscribing, subscriber first name. And this is a field, what you're seeing right here. The system will insert the first name of the subscriber if you use that field. All right, and the fields are all listed. You can insert them using this button right here. For your subscribers, you can put in their full name, their first name, their email. Usually, I use the first name field, and I'll insert that in the message, and then I'll say, "Hi, subscriber first name." All right. And then the next thing I will do is my welcome and thanks for subscribing to my mailing list, blah, blah, blah. And then I will make sure to include, if you've received this message by mistake, and I'll go on to say, if you've received this message by mistake and you do not wish to be subscribe to this list, use the link below to unsubscribe. And then I'll tell them, with your subscription, you'll receive blah, 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 blah. And thanks again. And contact me if you would like. All my contact information is below. And then I'll put my name, and contact info, and my message is complete. And I'm just using this as an example. Now, once I've completed my message in here, and I've formatted it using the buttons up here the way I want, then I'm going to copy my message to my clipboard, and I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to paste it in here. Now, the reason we're doing this is that this system creates two kinds of messages: an HTML message, which will have live links in it, and a text message which will not. Now, you can include graphics in here. You can, I usually put my picture in here, all sorts of things. That stuff will not go in here. The reason we do this is because some mailing systems out there do not still allow HTML messages. So what the GVO system does is it sends the HTML message. If that cannot be accepted by the mailing system that it's addressed to, it will then send the text message, which will likely get through. This cuts down on the amount of non-deliverables you have. So after you have your message in both boxes, then you want to make sure this says 0, because you want this to go out exactly when people subscribe to your list. We're going to scroll to the bottom and click Add Message. Now the message will be added to the system. There it is. You can edit the message. You can test it to yourself, and you can delete it. You can insert it after a different number of days. But for our purposes now, the campaign is created. The letter has been inserted, and we are ready to put our form on our website.